What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Life's a Dance podcast. I am your host, Trey Culata. Thank you so much for joining me today and pressing play. I know your time is valuable, but I think you're really going to enjoy this episode because I'm pretty sure that by the end of it, you are going to have a clearer sense of those things that you need to let go of so that going into 2025, you feel like you're starting with a clean slate. Because it's important for us to make space. We need to make space for the things that we want to receive in our lives. So let me backtrack just a little bit and give you some context here. So we just had the last full moon of the year of 2024. Just last night. It was pretty cool. Me and my daughter Ember were outside. I got a new telescope for Christmas. I'm all excited about it. I'm such a nerd. But it was awesome because we actually got to sit there and look at the stars and look at the moon up close. And anyway, so the last full moon of 2024. And last moons signify completion, deep emotions, and spiritual growth. It is a time for reflection. It is a time to think about those things that you have completed or those things that have finished and that you need to let go of or move on from. And as the year comes to completion, and Mercury moves out of retrograde, which is very powerful because now we're not dealing with all that kind of interstellar gunk that's kind of slowing us down. We are ready to go. 2025 is going to be off to a kick-ass start if you let it. But we have to be thinking about what do we need to let go of in order to make that space for what we really want to manifest in 2025, right? So for example, do you have a limiting belief about yourself or your life right now? Nothing ever works out for me. I don't have what it takes. I'm not worthy of XYZ. I don't have enough experience, education, etc. I'm not disciplined enough to lose the weight that I want to lose. A lot of things that people start thinking about as we, round the corner on a new year. Is there a toxic relationship that you need to get out of? Or that you need, whether that's romantic, platonic, or otherwise? Is there some trauma, some past trauma in your life and the way that you're framing the experience that you need to get rid of? Because if you don't release these things, that you are an energy field interacting with all these other energy fields in this vast, and I do mean vast, universe. If you're not releasing this energy, you're not making space for the things that you really, truly want in your life. You cannot hold on to the past and expect a new future to come to you. It's impossible. You're literally blocking the energy and the frequency of whatever it is you're trying to manifest by holding on to the shit that you're holding on to that does not serve you. So for me, what I have been working on, and I've been working on it consistently over the past couple of months, is feelings of unworthiness. That's probably the biggest one that I struggle with, is that I am not worthy of success, financial freedom, time freedom. I don't deserve it. And when you feel like you don't deserve it, and when you feel like you're unworthy, guess what? You get more of that shit. You get more struggle. You get more friction. You get more grind. And these are the thought patterns that I'm trying to recognize as they happen, because the first step is awareness. And then the second step is to cognitively be like, nope, I don't believe that shit anymore. Literally talking myself out of the old, habitual, ingrained thought patterns that have been hardwired and fired into my brain. So the full moon is a really good opportunity, again, just from like a spiritual standpoint, an energy standpoint, and right now a calendar standpoint, because we're literally rounding the corner on a new year, and I want to make space for the things that I know, or I am coming to learn, that I truly deserve. Because I am no longer putting limits on what I am capable of. That's old Tracy. That's 2024 Tracy. And I'm not here for the whole like rah, new year, new me. It's like new year improved me. I don't know. I don't necessarily want new. Like I like who I am, but do I want, an expanded version of myself? 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, whatever, 10.0? Sure. I want to be like the Apple iPhone. Every year I'm coming out with a new and improved version. Okay? So it's not just new. We're improved, and we need to shed. We need to shed the old skin, kind of like a snake. When you grow out of that skin, you got to shed that shit off. And I mean, you got to physically do it. Don't just like think about it for a second. Like sit down, write it out. What the hell do I need to let go of? Am I holding on to this past trauma and framing it in a way where I'm the victim? Because if that's the case, again, you're just blocking your energy. Oh, this person at work is always bugging me and bothering me and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? It's probably you. It's probably more you than it is them. I just read a quote the other day, and I love this. It's like, get better, be better, not bitter. Love that. I'm going to say it again. Be better, not bitter. So this one is, it's a big one for me because I have had a hard time I think a lot of us have a hard time letting go of things that we need to let go of, especially like relationships. I feel like that's a tough one. Well, really, it's all kind of difficult, challenging, I should say. Challenging. I like the word challenging. Words have meaning, so I like to choose my words carefully, especially since this is an audio medium. But just think about those things you need to let go of. Is your mindset limiting you from what you're truly capable of? Is there a person in your life that you feel like is draining your energy that you need to let go of? Is your career or your job dragging you down? What can you do to reframe it? Is there trauma that is dragging you down? What can you do? You can always do something. But I think the first step is really taking the time to reflect and say, I release this shit to the universe so that the universe can reorganize it into something greater. That's the first step. Don't go rushing through the process. Really take time to reflect and let it go. I mean, I'm this bitch. I literally took a stick of Palo Santo and I'm like lighting it. I'm looking at the full moon. I'm saying my little release of energy prayer. And you know what? There was something about this little ritual that made it more like solid for me and more real, the process of letting go. Me and my husband go to Burning Man as a yearly ritual. He's been going since like 1965, before they even started the damn thing. And I swear to God, he's like I always say he's the Jehovah's Witness for Burning Man. And if you meet him, he's going to tell you need to go, and he's going to tell you need to camp with us. So be prepared. But the ritual of them burning the man and burning the temple at the end of the week is so cathartic and symbolic of what we need to be doing more regularly, not just at the end of the year. I mean, really, at least I would say once a month, or really, truly, anytime the mood strikes. Anytime you have that realization that you're holding on to something that isn't serving you, write it down on a piece of paper, light that shit on fire in the sink. Make sure, Fire Marshal Bill, let me tell you something. Safety first, kiddos. Do it in the tub or over a sink where there's water, or outside. I don't know, whatever. We're on a fire ban out here in Colorado, so forget that. But anyway, light that shit on fire and see how much better you feel. Or write it down on a piece of paper, a prayer, something simple, and just say out loud. And that's the thing, you got to do it out loud. Because if you don't do it out loud, it's not as powerful. If you just do it in your head, it's just going to be, again, sticking around and rumbling around in your head. Even if it's just a soft whisper, that's how I like to do it. Just say your prayer of release. And I wish I could bring up the one that I used yesterday, but it's on my phone and I'm using my phone to record. So I apologize. But anyway, food for thought. Here's your homework. What do you have to let go of before we go into 2025? Make sure you're making space for what you're going to manifest in 2025, because that's one of our next homework assignments, okay? What do you need to let go of? Limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, past trauma. If you have past trauma and you are not letting go of that shit, hit me up in the comments with whatever that past trauma is and I will help you reframe it. I've been through a lot of shit. We will talk about all the nitty-gritty details of my fucking crazy past in a future episode so that I can kind of give myself some credibility in this department. But I'm telling you right now, if anybody can reframe a traumatic situation, it's this girl. It's your girl, Trey, okay? And I'm out here trying to spread the word so that more people can join this tribe and learn how to do it themselves. So, that said, let's let go. Let's let go. Let those balloons go into the air. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel fucking energized and ready to go and ready to kick some ass in 2025, because I know I am. That's going to wrap it up for today, my loves. If you got anything out of this episode, please do me a favor, share it with somebody that you think might also benefit, because I am just avidly, maniacally trying to get this message out to as many people as I possibly can. Just about positive thinking, reframing your losses as wins, and just being your authentic self. So let's do this. We're a team. We got this. Until next time, let's dance.